Welcome to this first episode of TriX TV. Now I'm here at a little before 7 in the morning and looking outside it's still pretty dark, and it'll also be dark when I finish at 6 tonight, which means no matter when I go out training it's gonna be dark, and it's gonna be the same for you. Now it's not really a reason to stop running, but I want to give you 4 top tips on how to run safely through the darker winter months. Now the first is not to get too worried about it. I mean, not a lot actually changes. Rush hour is still rush hour and people still go about their daily lives. That said, you do need to be aware of the hazards, and as importantly, you need to be aware of becoming a hazard, okay? So look out for dips in the pavement and on the curbs and the like, things that are generally quite hard to see in broad daylight, never mind when the sun's gone down. But you also need to bear in mind that other people may not see you, okay? They're not going to be looking for you, they're certainly not going to be expecting you, and you need to make sure that you run really carefully when you've got other pedestrians around you. Which leads on well to the second tip, which is be seen. Now if you can, pick roads with decent lighting. We're quite lucky here in Haverfordwest in that there is a fair bit of street lighting out there, and you can run fairly far and be lit all the way. That said, recently they have started switching off the lights, and I know that this is the same for many towns and cities across the country, so be aware of that. Now if you're going to be running on country roads, then you're going to have to be even more careful. Put yourself in the middle of the road where it is safe to do so that you get seen more quickly by anything coming around corners. When approaching a right-hand bend, you need to stay to the left, and when you're approaching a left-hand bend, you need to stay to the right. Whatever you do though, be aware of cars approaching you from behind. High visibility clothing is going to be a really good idea, okay? So, here I have a high visibility running jacket. You can see that the arms are brightly coloured to help draw the eye, but what's really important is the Scotch lighting down the back here, down the arms and down the front of the zip here. This is the stuff that's going to catch the eyes of motorists when their headlights flash on it. So something with good strips on it like that is a really good idea. It's why you'll quite often see high visibility running kit that's actually black. It's not the colour itself that's important, it's these strips along here. Now the third tip actually has to do with the cold. You might find that you warm up pretty quickly once you start running and working out, and that can be quite difficult to deal with. If you wear too much, you'll get way too hot, but if you wear too little, you'll get way too cold. The trick is to wear layers. Lots of layers that aren't too thick are so much better than 1 or 2 really heavy ones. They help to regulate the temperature and keep the air circulating, which will help to keep you comfortable. And if it comes to it, you can always take one off. This is really important afterwards, because even though you can warm up quite quickly, you can get cold really quickly. Get the layers back on and make sure you don't stand around for too long. And the final tip is to just get on with it. If you're running at night, then get changed as soon as you get home and get out there. There is no bigger killer of training routines than sitting down with a cup of tea. Chances are you won't get up again for the rest of the evening. Now personally, if I know I'm going to be training that night, I'll put my kit ready before I leave in the morning, so I don't have to hunt for the kit when I get home. And that's it. I hope this has helped you with some pointers on enjoying running through the winter. Remember to keep safe and don't let the bad weather and the darkness stop you.